Duol ma ochung'ne yiero pachoka IEBC golo ripot mare ewi yiero maduong' ma tarik 9 dwe mar 8 higa mokadho. Jokanyo mopogore opogore yango nonro ma gin go ewi kaka yiero makamano ne obedo. Achiel kachiel bende koro gesani wawinjo mago matimore ka gesani. Justin Muturi emaloso.
Please, can you try to also help educate Kenyans that elections is not a matter of life and death, that there is life after an election. Indeed, as we can attest today, that August 9th happened and we are still living by grace of God. The chairman of the IEBC, Mr. Wafula Chepkati, and members of the IEBC present, the chair of the Council of Governors, Excellency Yiero, the Deputy Speaker of the Senate, UN Representative to Kenya, Mr. Anthony Gororano, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my privilege to join you today for the launch of the IEBC Post-Election Evaluation Report, which is the last phase of the recently concluded 2022 general elections. I'm most grateful and deeply honored by the invitation from the chairperson of the IEBC to address you and to officially launch the report. The preparation and development of the report that we are launching today is an important task in self-evaluation that also forms a key milestone in the election cycle. As has been said before, elections are not an event, but a process. This evaluation, therefore, presents all stakeholders with the opportunity to make an assessment of the performance of the IEBC in that past election and to reflect on the lessons for future elections. The report affirms IEBC's commitment to open itself up to scrutiny in the spirit of transparency and accountability and in the performance of its constitutional obligations. May I therefore take this early opportunity to thank the IEBC for the excellent and extensive work that it has done in preparing and developing the report and for organizing this launch today. In the same vein, we must appreciate the work of the IEBC, the work that the IEBC did in the last elections in conducting what will perhaps objectively go down in our history as one of the most credible and transparent general elections. The conduct of the said election, which is the subject of the report we are launching today, marked a significant stride in our electoral democracy. It also demonstrated that the IEBC had come of age as an independent constitutional commission. This was an important milestone that established the benchmark not just for our future electoral processes, but also for other electoral democracies across the world. In previous electoral cycles, the conduct of elections has often been marred by violence and vandalism. It has also been the subject of justifiable and objective criticism, and in one instance, which has been repeated in 2017, the reason for the nullification of the presidential election results. What we must credit this IEBC with, under the chairmanship of Mr. Chepkati, is the ability to provide leadership and to steer the IEBC towards addressing all the shortcomings and challenges that had been faced before. Following the decision of the Supreme Court to nullify the presidential election results of 2017, the IEBC learned its lessons and worked on improving its systems and practices in readiness for the next electoral cycle. The improvements were in the areas of strengthening the legal and regulatory framework and adopting open, accountable, and transparent practices in the conduct of the elections. the deployment of sustainable technology or suitable technology in the 2022 general elections, for instance, greatly promoted openness and transparency in the election and minimized the opportunities for fraud. The results of the presidential election, for example, were posted on a public portal which could be accessed by any interested person. Anyone could easily
ne Ramogi mano kanyo atond janer ma pacho kaendi Justin Muturi ka oloso e chenro madhi nyime mabende IEBC duol mano chungne yiero e pacho kaendi golo report mare ewi yiero maduong' mano tim higa mokadho. Yiero mano tim tarik 9